Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, gamers. So today we have an announcement on Wuthering Waves 1.0 version and future adjustment directions. Basically, the dev team released an announcement that will explain why the 1.0 version has been so buggy and what they're doing to fix it. So we start with greetings. We are the Wuthering Waves dev team. Since the official launch of Wuthering Waves, we have received a lot of valuable feedback and suggestions through social media and in-game surveys. We're genuinely grateful for your attention and support. We apologize for the deficiencies and issues present in Wuthering Waves, our first fully independently developed and globally published game at Curve Games. We understand that this has affected your gaming experience and we are working to improve it for those who love the game. Now, there are several things that they're gonna work on fixing. Number one is gonna be the echo development experience. So number one, echo development feels grindy. So what they're doing to fix this problem is that on the current version, they will launch a limited time echo material double yield event called Chord Cleansing. This works like in Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. They will give you a limited time that you can do it several times a day, normally 3, and it will give you double the rewards for what they normally would, which in my opinion still would be a little bit short of what you actually should be receiving. Now, in version 1.1, they will adjust the progression system to reduce the shell credit cost of echo development. Also, in 1.1, they will remove the reward cutscene on the tacit field, which would take about 3 seconds, and after you're done that, you click on it and it says gameplay still going on, so you wouldn't be able to get it the first time you click it, but the second time. So hopefully that resolves that issue as well. From version 1.1 forward, the yield of echoes and echo development materials will be increased, which is absolutely necessary. And in upcoming updates, they will introduce the weight plate storage systems, kind of like in Honkai Star Rail. You have a little bit of a storage for your weight plate. It will regenerate at a slower rate, but they will be there for you in case you're not playing as often as most people would. So it is a really great quality of life update for people that don't want to play the game every day, that have lives, so that's great. Now, regarding the handling of the reward system error when recycling developed echoes, in case you're living under a rock, they issued a message saying that the echoes, whenever you would merge them into another one, they would yield additional shell credits for the people that were doing that. They addressed that and basically said that within 14 days they were going to remove those extra credits from the players. So what happened here is that they didn't notify when they did it. They just basically went to your account and took it. So for that, they will provide extra compensation to all players for 1 million shell credit, which is absolutely great. Just note that they will rounded this number up to the highest amount that they took away, so all the players that were impacted and even the ones that were not. Additionally, to address the poor experience with the ecosystem, they will compensate all rovers with crystal solvents 20, which one crystal solvent is equivalent to 60 weight plates, stamina, or whatever you want to call it. This is equal to 5 days of weight plates, so this is absolutely amazing for people that haven't been able to play. This will allow them to catch up and grind a little bit more of the materials to level up their characters. Number 2, on the error in the 5-star weapon description. I believe it was on Japan, they had in the 5-star weapon burden summit, which is the Yinlin weapon, they had a little bit of a mistranslation, which basically described the weapon as equally as good for Calcharo, which it is not. What they did is they issued 160 astrite, which is barely anything. It is definitely not enough, and the people who bought the weapon and actually spent money on it were really upset because some people bought it not for Yinlin but for Calcharo. It will offer a one-time compensation of 5 forging tides to all rovers. This is the pulls that you would do on the limited weapon banner, so all of us will be getting 5 more pulls in there. This is gonna be distributed on June 3rd at around around 10 UTC plus 8 time. On version events, we have received extensive feedback on the duration of rewards of the Overdash Club event, which probably means that why would anyone do the Overdash Club event when you can only do a track a day and it only gives you 60 asteroids, not even one pull, so it is very deficient and very lackluster. In order to address that, they will introduce a new limited time and special events called Wuthering Exploration to offer new rewards and content to improve your gaming experience. This event will be available on June 13th to all the way to June 27th. Now the rewards for this one, it will be about 800 asteroids, a morphable elite class echo and a morphable elite class echo number 2, premium tuners and premium seal tubes. So basically they're gonna give you 800 asteroids, some echoes that you can use for Yinlin or anyone else, and also some materials to level them up and tune them to have the substats. On future versions updates timeline, they have received extensive feedback regarding this game storyline, localization, and various other aspects. So to allow everyone early access to experience more content and features of Wuthering Waves in version 1.0, we have decided to advance the release of subsequent content in version 1.0, starting on June 6, 2024. This release will include the companion story Solitary Path for Resonator Yinlin, the feature Resonator Convene event When Thunder Pours for Yinlin, the limited time challenge event Alloy Smelt, along with many more spin-off events and features. Wuthering Waves version 1.0 will last until June 28th, after which we will schedule a server downtime and implement the update for Wuthering Waves version 1.1, Thaw of Eons. Now, to compensate any inconvenience caused by this version timing adjustment, we will issue a compensation to all rovers for 10 Radiant Tides, limited currency for pools, so you have 10 more pools that you can go ahead and use on Yeon if you want. This will be available on June 3rd, 2024 at 10 AM UTC 8 time. Now here we come to the smaller things, basically on combat and control experience optimizations. They have received feedback saying that there's poor experience with auto aiming and auto lock-on controls, key remapping requirements, and game feel design. Now, number one, auto aiming and auto lock and camera performance in battle. We have disabled the combat camera correction feature on PC by default, which is absolutely great. There's nothing worse than fighting a boss and the camera not being able to move because they believe that that's the best way to look at a boss when he's in your back clapping them cheeks. Here's a little bit of a typo. It's not bosses existing, it's boxing exiting combat state unexpectedly. Basically, some monsters, some bosses like Thunder Mephis, Crownless, and this guy, the chicken, they sometimes move too much, and when you relocate to the new spot to attack them, they will move again and exit the combat state unexpectedly. They will introduce a disengagement warning feature in the future, just in case, so you know that you are way too far and they might reset if you continue. Now there's also the ghost touch issues on mobile, that they will basically expand the anti-ghost touch in the around buttons. And for the delayed availability of custom keybinds and features, this will allow you to use the custom keybinding feature and they will add gradually more support to that feature for both keyboards, mouse, and controllers. Now, one last thing that I believe it's very important for a lot of people, controller mode experience optimization. In version 1.1, they will remap the current controller shortcut for open chat to open map and add an option to invert the Y-axis. This is absolutely huge and changes everything. Now, instead of pressing the open chat, you will actually have an easy way to open the map and actually play the game. How great is that? Anyways, in future versions, they will also support a controller mode on mobile devices, because who is playing with touch controls? Let's be serious here. Besides that, there's not a lot more going on here. This is absolutely huge, and anyone who doesn't know should know. Well, and if you like the content here on this channel, just give it a like, subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's fine. Well, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day, okay?